learn it for the game plan for that ball game, makes it a lot easier to absorb.
Shotgun. They'll hand it off. Jerome Ford finds a crease. No Tyson Campbell, no Trey Herndon today. Ford stays in there, fake and throw. Flacco's on time. Cedric Tillman has gotten more playing time, and he's got a first down for the Browns.
I wonder if he had one of those load 'em up signals for everyone.
All right, time to go.
Here we go.
Floater, bobbled and caught by Ford. Took the contact, and he's out of bounds.
Also Nick Harris in the backfield, 53.
Fake and throw. Flacco wide open. Touchdown, Njoku. What a statement by the Browns on the opening drive. Against Cincinnati, but they allowed 491 to the Bengals. Lawrence. Sidearm toss. Hauled in by Ingram, having a big season, and Ingram comes up short of the first down, but 8.5 yards on the play. ETN shifts to the backfield. Lawrence making his 47th straight start, trying to run, and Lawrence is short of the first down. Nickel package here for Jacksonville. Trying to convert on the short toss. Njoku can't create after the catch. In fact, loses yards. A loss of 1. It's 4th down for Cleveland. Josh Allen, first Jaguar to greet him. Shatley, versatile, can play center as well. It's ETN. Finds a running lane and out of bounds. And guys, we had a chance to talk to Jake Browning a couple of weeks ago. He knew this opportunity was right there for the taking. And right there with the play is ETN. Dime package here for the Cleveland Browns on a 3rd and 9 for Jacksonville. Lawrence, good protection. Puts it up in the air. It is incomplete. Off of Zay Jones in a matchup with Emerson. Not trusting their eyes. They got the message across this week. Flacco settles in, 3rd and 10, and he sails that one to the Cleveland sideline. He's 5 of 8 for 35 yards in the first quarter. Lawrence puts it exactly where it needs to be for Ingram in a first down. Huge disparity. 3rd down and 10. Lawrence steps up, buys time, delivers low. Incomplete.
Just tells you where my interests are, right?
Yes, we learn a lot about your interest. First down, Flacco pats the ball, throws, and connects with Amari Cooper. Final play of the first quarter.
The ground some.
Chance to change that on this drive, already with a 7-0 lead. Flacco, play action. Flacco lays it out there, caught by Moore. First down at the 35.
Gary Kubiak, who had coached Joe Flacco and really likes him.
2nd and 5. Open man, Njoku. He could go. Touchdown. 2nd of the day. 30 yards on the catch and run. Travis Etienne. Fake the handoff. Lawrence, step and throw. Launches a deep one. Over the shoulder. Interception. Martin Emerson. 2nd down and 4. It's a running play for Ford. Ford cuts to the outside, walks the tightrope, handles the contact, and he's out of bounds. As a coach and a person, he talks to him and Gary's son Clint every week. 3rd down and 4. Flacco intercepted. He put it right in the chest of Darius Williams. The Jaguars defense needed that. Out of bounds. Flacco threw a pick last week, and he throws one here. And now Jacksonville takes over at the 42. Handoff, big hole. ETN breaks a tackle, and he's into Cleveland territory at the 49. That's a 9-yard rip for ETN.
Did having success.
Lawrence hits his man on 3rd and 2 at Zay Jones for a first down. Lawrence out of the pocket, brought down. Grant Delpit. Deep in their own territory at the 5. Single setback is Kareem Hunt. Fake the handoff. Flacco throws on a line to Cooper. Breaks a tackle. Cooper fumbles the ball. Jacksonville's got it. On the scoop, it's Devin Lloyd, and he's out of bounds. Ward out with that shoulder injury. 3 straight weeks. On second down, Lawrence hooks a pass, end zone, caught by Ingram, touchdown, Jacksonville. Well placed by Trevor Lawrence, and they cash in. One of the best to ever do it. Shotgun, Flacco throws. Amari Cooper, did he get it cleanly is the question. The answer is yes. We approach 4 minutes to go first half. Flacco floats it up, incomplete, looking for Amari Cooper. As you mentioned, they activated Cameron Mitchell off of IR. He had been out with a hamstring injury. 3rd and 3, looking to convert. Lawrence out of the pocket. He will dart one for Jones and a first down. And he's actually from Jacksonville, but Jacksonville, Illinois. Lawrence puts it up high, handled by Ingram. Terrific grab for the first down. Working against the safety, Grant Delpit. First down at the 24 of Cleveland. Lawrence dials it up. It's picked off. Emerson comes away with it. Number 2 on the day for Martin Emerson. And the Browns defense comes through again.
That defensive front that Jim Schwartz says, we go where they go.
2nd and 8. Flacco gets out of there. Flacco on the move, throws. Connection made, Njoku.
But he doesn't come in fire and brimstone, stays consistent, and keeps giving them confidence.
3rd and 11. Flacco. 1 pump, 2 pumps. Underneath throw is hauled in by Njoku, but well short of the first down.
Give that little bit of extra and allow you to play through the ball.
Lawrence got tagged by Tomlinson. That ball nearly picked off on the outside by Newsome. Working out of the gun. Flacco releases it. Catch is made by Njoku and then powers his way for a first down. Jacksonville will get the ball to start the second half. Flacco. Different arm angle for him. Catch and curl by Moore.
I think we were here when he came in for his tryout.
Correct. They worked him out on a Friday, signed him the following Monday. Low throw, David Bell.
When the game starts and you're losing ground, you don't stay with it.
7 defensive backs for Cleveland. Lawrence underneath. They allow the catch to Washington, and the ball pops free. The Browns come away with it. Early second half turnover by Jacksonville. Flacco already with 2 touchdowns to Njoku. Flacco rifles one underneath. Tillman the catch. Tillman stays on his feet, and he'll be forced down short of the line to gain.
Look at this set. It's almost like a barge up front.
And another one. LaBoy Watson is in there. 3rd and 1. They need a yard. Forward progress for Hunt. And it's right at it. Boy, I don't think he's got it.
They're not doing it there. Bryant's now the fullback.
Instead of going for the 10-point lead, they put Flacco in the line of fire, and he converts.
They run something with him here, even though it's Wildcat.
And it's Kareem Hunt from the Wildcat. Second effort. Hunt is in. Touchdown. Cleveland.
1 target, 1 catch, and then a missed route that led to an interception.
And Lawrence is dumped at the 15-yard line. Big Maurice Hurst Jr. On second down, Flacco, 7.5 to go in the 3rd. Look out! Flacco gets crushed. The ball is loose, and the Jaguars recover. It's Ledbetter on the recovery. 3 turnovers for each side. Lawrence to Evan Ingram. Catch and run. Lawrence launches. Catch made inside the 5 by Ridley. They are going Wildcat once again. Etienne looking for a blocker. Spin move. And he gets walloped right at the goal line. Officials have determined this is a touchdown for Etienne and the Jaguars. What a tremendous individual effort by Etienne. Officials have determined this is a touchdown for Etienne and the Jaguars. What a tremendous individual effort by Etienne to remain upright and contort his body to break the plane. 3rd down and 7. Flacco. Sideline. Hauled in by Elijah Moore for the 1st down. Moore now in his 3rd year in the NFL, acquired in a deal with the Jets. Flacco, feed it, Amari Cooper, 1st down. Neither team has fared well on 3rd down. Flacco hangs in there, throws, incomplete. He was looking for Cooper. Ian Eagle, Charles Davis, Evan Washburn, the rest of our CBS crew. Lawrence out of his own end zone. Puts one right on Ingram. Can't quite get the necessary yards, but now it's going to be 3rd down and short. Lawrence lofts it. Picked off! Greg Newsome the 2nd. Take over at the 48. Flacco throws on the slant to Cooper. They're going to snap it. Flacco throws. Open man. Could go. David Bell. Touchdown. A brilliant play call. 3rd down and 4. Jones, the motion man. Lawrence throws it for a 1st down. Calvin Ridley.
Yeah, they can say DBU and be accurate.
2nd and 6. Play fake. On time to Ridley.
But Ridley is the guy that creates the big plays for you here at the bottom.
From the 19. And Lawrence in the air. Caught. Touchdown. Parker Washington with the score. Four turnovers by the Jaguars. 3 for the Browns. Joe Flacco has thrown for 306 yards and 3 touchdowns. The give to Kareem Hunt. Not going to go down.
Look at them continuing to push.
So they're going to go to Dorian Thompson-Robinson, who cleared concussion protocol on a 3rd and 1. He'll keep it. 1st down. Out near midfield. Flacco sets and throws. Catch made by Ford. Out of bounds, short of the 1st down. 4th and 1. Give it to Hunt. He's got the 1st down. This is a 3rd and 7 for the Browns. Flacco gets out of there. Flacco on the move. Sideline, and bounces off of Cooper. Jaguars have a 1st down at their own 20-yard line. Trevor Lawrence, major question mark this week whether he would play. And he sends one over to Ingram on the outside for a gain of 11. Trevor Lawrence off that injury Monday night against Cincinnati. Trying to convert on 3rd down using his legs. Lawrence short. Lawrence, step. Lawrence knocked away. Zay Jones, the intended target. And the Browns take over on downs. Looking to throw. Flacco, incomplete. Elijah Moore, the intended receiver, blanketed by Darius Williams. Kick on the way. He nails it. Operating from the gun, Lawrence fires it over the middle, caught by Etienne. He's trying to get to the outside and does, slips away. Etienne tripped up as he crossed the 45-yard line. Lawrence from the gun. Lawrence, the step and throw to Etienne. And he slammed down at the 40-yard line. Didn't get out of bounds. Lawrence just gets rid of it to Etienne, who spun down. Lawrence gets the quick hitter. Ingram's got the 1st down, and he gets out of bounds. Look, you do the math. You're going to need 10 points. So a touchdown and a field goal. Lawrence looking. Knocked away. Bell sliding in with a flag down. Lawrence guns. Touchdown. Evan Ingram. First and foremost, they're going for two. Lawrence. He's sacked. Myles Garrett gets to the quarterback in a 4-point game. 1:33 left. Xavier Gipson
On a punt return.
McManus boots this one, and it's caught. Handled at the 47-yard line. It is Prochet at home. This team is tough to beat. 6-1 on the season with a plus 56 point differential.